Joining me today, I have Arlene Klassen. We've chatted before. Thank you so much for being here, Arlene.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Before I forget, a very big happy International Women's Day to you.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
You as
So you
well.
you recently went on a missions trip to Thailand. I would love to hear more about this.
Yeah, well, it was very rewarding. It was a wonderful experience. We went with a multi-generational team from Eastview Community Church, and we partnered with Multiply, and we met with a church, Lighthouse Church, and the people that run that are Dave and Louise and Claire Peters. And so they were our hosts. And so our main uh, project there was to run eyeglass clinics. And so they know the community. And the one thing that I learned is that there's a major crisis there um, with refugees. There's about 100,000 refugees in the area, and so um, there's refugees that attend this church now, and many of them became our translators for this project. And so we went into these communities that desperately need help, and we set up eyeglass clinics. And so our goal was to not only give away eyeglasses and help their vision, but also to train these locals so that they could continue running eyeglass clinics. And so we found that it was a good lead in to also share the gospel.
Amazing. I would love to know what does being able to see or being able to see clearly, what does that mean for people in Thailand? What did you see?
Well, because it's International Women's Day, I can share a story that kind of touched my heart. Uh, we tested a woman that was my son's age, and so I couldn't help to just think, to compare the ages of what she's up to in life and what my son's up to in life. And so her vision, when we tested her on the vision chart, she could only read the very top line, which is quite a large symbol. And after we tested her or got her prescription glasses made, then so that's the beautiful thing. You can finish the eyeglasses within 15-20 minutes. They have glasses, and she could read the bottom line when we were done. And this just opens up her world. She now has new, like, job opportunities and also further education. And I believe her dream was to go into nursing. So that was really like uh, just a blessing to watch, and just also just very touching.
Absolutely. So, Arlene, your heart beats for women and to bless them. You work in aftercare. Can you tell me a little bit about what that work is and then about your devotional as well?
Sure. I have been working with women in aftercare, an aftercare group. And anyway, I did write a devotional. It's called Stepping Stones. It's also uh, there's space for writing in there, and also the unique thing about this book is that there's there's writing prompts for memoir writing, which many people would like to write their story, but they don't know where to start. And and it's also the theme is for uh, reflecting and restoration. So Halls has it, and also Chapters has it. So
Amazing. When did this come out?
I think just last year is when it went into the stores.
Amazing. Well, congrats. That's lovely and wonderful, especially that helping women to be able to tell their stories. That's so good. It's International Women's Day. Why do you think it's important for women to share their stories?
Because I personally know that because, um, well, my mother, she wrote her story and had it published. And I also published my story, and it was really life changing because it just is a healthy thing to do, just to reflect. And many women just have been through a lot of stuff in their background, and um, they are busy just running from their problems, and just to pause and reflect and take time to look at the root, and just take time to heal.
Hmm. Did you find you healed while you wrote your story?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that was a divine opportunity. There was special things happening during that time that I can only explain as divine.
Fantastic. As we wrap up this interview and thinking about International Women's Day, any other thoughts from you?
Well, I would just uh, like to say that that was a very special opportunity, that from just getting back from Thailand. And we also were able to donate towards a woman that was living in a canvas structure, and we were able to help her live in a more solid structure. And coming home to what we have here, it was sad to leave people that we got to know in that environment. But um, I know that it's in God's hands.
Absolutely. Well, I really appreciate your heart to bless women. Thank you so much for taking the time. And we're going to share this with our listeners. And yeah, just wish you a happy International Women's Day as well. And thank you for all that you do, Arlene.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.